Greetings, everyone. Well, I got a chance to watch The Man of Steel earlier today. And before I get into my non-spoiler review, I'm going to go over the box office results for you. So the budget of the movie is $225 million. Opening weekend domestically brought in $113.1 million, of course, not thousand. And the corporate screenings from Thursday brought in about $12 million. So the total is $125.1 million. And I think they're still adjusting the opening weekend numbers. So stay tuned for an update. Wasn't as much as Iron Man 3, which brought in $174.1 million back in May. But still, this had the biggest June opening weekend ever. Beat out Toy Story 3. $13.3 million in IMAX tickets. And 41% of sales from 3D tickets. And overseas, internationally, the movie brought in $71.6 million. That's across 24 markets. The IMDb score rating currently holds an 8.2 out of 10 out of about 72,000 votes. That's a very good score. The movie's received mixed reviews. For me, it seems like it's more critics versus fans, but I'll get more into that later. Anyways, so here is my review, Man of Steel. Got it all broken down here. The cinematography, decent balance of the shaky cam, slow pans, steady cam, and fast, quick zooms. But it was messy during the action sequences. I mean, overall, it seemed like they're just trying to use every type of shooting style they could. Too many of the following walk and shoot scenes, and I think the emotional scenes needed more close-ups. The cast is stellar. Got Cavill, Adams, Shannon, Lane, Crow, Costner, Fishburne. Shannon as Zod really stands out. The woman who played Feora, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing her name right, Ante Trae. And Crow is perfect as Jor-El. The music score, great theme, but we needed some more variations of it. It's no contest for Zimmer's score from the Batman trilogy. Christopher Nolan's trilogy, just to clarify. The structure was a bit off. A strong intro, but the later parts just don't blend very well. Not a good balance. The pacing was fair, but could have been better. Some scenes felt rushed, some could have been longer. The story is very intriguing. Lots of strong elements. I like the flashback scenes. And good reasons for Zod's mission. The script was good for the most part, but there were some weak spots. 2 of them at the end. I'll let you find those. Shouldn't be too hard. The runtime, 2 hours, 12 minutes. Perfect for an origin story. Worked great for Batman Begins, which is about 2:20. And the first Superman movie, if I remember correctly, it was a little over 2 hours as well. The action sequences, not as many as I'd heard there would be. I was very surprised by that. I heard some critics saying that there's just so much action that, there's no time to recover from them. Like, there's so many big action sequences one after another. I didn't see that at all. I mean, there's a good hour plus where we didn't see any action. No major action sequences. They're very fast, very repetitive, lots of the fly bashing, but we needed some more hand-to-hand combat. Too much shaky cam work, a CGI fest, sometimes hard to follow. I like the POV shots, the missile, and the flying. Nothing really stands out, though. I wouldn't say I'm disappointed. It's just like, with Dark Knight Rises, you have these amazing action pieces throughout the movie. And I know it's a difference of speed, because the Man of Steel, when he's flying around, when they're all fighting, it's very fast. But it's just hard to get attached to that, It's just so fast-paced. Great cast and story, but I think Christopher Nolan could have made this an epic as a director. I know he worked with Zack Snyder, helped produce the movie, and it's weird when they're showing photos of them. I just don't see them working together. It's kind of like Nolan directed the emotional scenes, and Snyder directed the action sequences. Some great elements throughout, but kind of loses track its course along the way. Some parts are rushed. I don't mean like the story, the plot. It's just the structure of the movie, if that makes sense. Decent ending. I won't say where, but felt too rushed, and it needed its own score, its own music score. Again, they used the standard theme. Now, Amy Adams, I'm not sure if she was right for Lois Lane. Maybe it was the performance. She didn't seem worried very often. I think back to the old Superman movies, where she's just always, panicking and everything. And I don't know, it could have been the script, it could have been a lot of things, but just didn't feel right for the role. The Man of Steel constantly getting knocked down, then rises back up over and over, during the fight sequences. It gets old. I mean, how many times can you rise? I think this story could have worked for, a non-Superman movie. I mean, they're very careful not to call him Superman. And I think this movie could have worked, just some alien being comes to Earth, has this suit. That's one of the thoughts I had. Doesn't have to be Superman, Man of Steel. So as a film critic, I give this movie a 6.5 out of 10. As a moviegoer, I give it a 7. I am going to be watching again, though. Giving it a second opinion, giving it a second chance. But overall, I was very pleased with this movie. I consider it a movie film. A film with all the emotional moments. They did a very good job with that. And then a movie with all the action sequences, which are just, popcorn, blockbuster type of moments, type of scenes. Anyways, stay tuned for my spoiler talk video. I'll talk about all the notes I took during the movie. Don't worry, I was able to pause and write them down. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comments below. Leave some video responses. If you have a review that you've recorded, you can submit a video response. Anyways, thanks for listening. Subscribe for new videos. And I will talk to you later.